Well, finally today, let's start with a little quiz. If I asked you to describe the cuisine of the United States, you could probably come up with all kinds of dishes from all corners of the country. But now if I asked you to describe Indian food, you might come up with a couple of dishes. And that's okay, because that means you can learn a lot from the Most Buffalo story of the day today.
There is so much to learn from everybody's culture, and everybody has a story.
Smita Chukti's story began in India, where she was born and raised. She moved to New York City after engineering school. A decade later, she moved to Buffalo. Along the way, Smita found if she was craving the flavors of home, she pretty much had to recreate her favorite dishes herself.
Everything was lumped into one thing called curry. And it was the cultural appropriation that kind of, where the Indian food had lost its identity. Curry is not an Indian word. Curry powder is not an Indian spice.
Turns out there are a lot of things we don't know about Indian cuisine here in the United States.
The core of Indian food is in the techniques of how you cook it. It's about how you use the produce or the meats and maximize its flavor by the techniques of the cooking, and how you use the spices correctly to flavor it.
Smita knew Americans didn't know what they were missing, so she stepped up to the plate, I guess you could say. Her passion for the food she grew up with set her on a path to foster a greater understanding of Indian cuisine and culture, starting right here with her neighbors in Western New York. Her passion project, Smita's Cookery, offers classes where the conversation may be even more important than the cooking techniques.
Because it's not just about my passion, my cooking skill or anything like that, but I think it has a bigger role to play for me as a person who can bring the awareness to the community. Even I can start here, and if I can reach one day, everywhere, have this voice be heard everywhere, that will be amazing. So I think that's why I'm pushing myself, and I think I was able to do it.
And she's pushed herself even further, offering virtual classes during the pandemic, complete with ready-to-go recipe kits. And now she's selling her own small batch spice blends, which are being used by her fans and even some local chefs. They are, by the way, a great introduction to one of her first lessons. Spice does not mean spicy.
Spice is just a way to flavor your food. Spicy is when you add heat to it, and how you add heat to it. One of my favorite tagline is to say that spices should never overpower your food. It should always flavor your food.
Smita is living proof the best way to our hearts is through our stomachs, and she's looking forward to seeing where this journey takes her.
When I can bring everybody together through the food. And that's my strength, I think, and I just love to focus only on that, and I can't wait.
And you can find Smita on Instagram. You can also find her on her website, where you can learn more about how you find her spice blends. Just go to smitascookery.com. That is Most Buffalo for today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Kate Welsh-Schofer. Be well, stay well, and we'll see you next time.